I'm about to tell y'all something that most of you probably already know, but I just feel the need to say this before I start this story time. When people show you who they are the first time, please believe them. No matter how they may seem like, oh, it's not like that. No matter how they may try to flip it on you to try to make you feel like the bad person. No matter what, when they show you who they are the first time, believe them. Or you can end up like me. Put them phones in the chat cause story time is back. Put the phones in the chat cause story time is back. Put them phones in the chat cause story time is back, y'all. Well, here we are again. And in this story time, unfortunately, I will be getting the short end of the stick. Or am I? Boom, bam. This story time takes place. I was in like my early 20s. So y'all gotta give me a break. I feel like sometimes y'all be going hard on me. It's like, dang, I have to live and learn my lessons too. I can't just do everything perfect. I'm going to be able to make some mistakes and I'm going to be able to learn from them, okay? So boom, bam. I'm in my early 20s and I'm kicking it with a friend. Let's call her Tasha. Me and Tasha, you know what I'm saying? We cool. I'm at her house. She at my house, stuff like that. You know, we just doing what friends do. We getting ready to go out and Tasha is on a FaceTime with her friend. I just, hear the friend talking or whatever. Me being me, I get in the camera, you know what I'm saying? Just talking. But once I get in the camera, I realized that her friend is F-I-N-E, fine. So initially, I was just getting the camera, just saying like, hey, to speak, whatever like that. But once I seen a girl on FaceTime, I'm just like, you know what? Okay, cool. We're going to call the friend Sandy. Sandy short for scandalous, scamming fool. So boom, I was peeping Sandy, you know what I'm saying? I'm on FaceTime with Sandy. At this point, my friend Tasha, she in the background, you know what I'm saying? She just getting ready. We about to hit the club. I'm keeping her friend Sandy comfortable on the phone, just keeping her company. So I'm not going to lie. Initially, I couldn't really tell if she was into women or not. You know what I'm saying? I'm playing. I'm knowing that she playing too. But it was kind of hard to read her. You know what I'm saying? I feel like my gaydar didn't go off. If you are like me, if you're into women, if you're into men, whatever the case may be, and you don't have a gaydar, something wrong. If you don't know what a gaydar is, it's probably best that it stays that way. Nah, let me explain. A gaydar is just when you can look at somebody, you can tell by their actions, you can tell by their body language, you could just tell that they're... But like I said, I'm talking to Sandy and nothing's really, you know what I'm saying, giving off them type of vibes. But anyway, my friend Tasha snatched the phone and was like, okay, girl, like, we got to go. We about to go out. Like, I'll call you tomorrow or whatever. And like, we can just plan something, So I tell Sandy, like, all right, Sandy, you know what I'm saying? Good night. Dream about me, beautiful, this and that. She's like, ha, whatever, Star Young. Cool. And that was that, honestly. About a week later, Tasha came over my house and it was her turn to cook. So she brought stuff over there to cook or whatever. So she's like, you know what? I forgot how to make this recipe. Let me call Sandy. Mind you, I haven't thought about Sandy. I haven't seen Sandy. I haven't talked to Sandy. But I'm like, yeah, call Sandy. You know what I'm saying? She's pretty. You know what I'm saying? She's attractive, whatever the case may be. Tasha started laughing. She was like, I don't know if Sandy might be your type. And I'm like, what you mean? Because by Tasha being my friend, I felt like she was around me long enough to know, you know what I'm saying? It's nothing more that I love than a beautiful woman, you know what I'm saying? She's like, yeah, I just don't think you and Sandy will really hit it off, y'all. That's all she said. And I felt like in that moment, she was trying to give me a little hint, like, I don't know, like kind of, you know what I'm saying, stay away. But I feel like by her being friends with Sandy, she just didn't want to lay it on me like that. But anyway, she called Sandy. Her and Sandy get the recipe together. I snatched the phone again, like, what you over there doing? You better not be cheating on me. See, you know me, like, I will flirt my way right into a relationship. Unfortunately for me, like, I just be joking around. I just be playing. Next thing you know, I look up and now we dating. I know, y'all, red flag. I know it's kind of crazy, but it's like, you know what? I had to turn the charm off sometimes, but it was hard because it's like, I like doing it. It's just fun. I really don't be expecting, nobody taking me serious. I wasn't taking her serious. You know what I'm saying? I'm just thinking we just, you know what I'm saying, going back and forth. Cute. So actually this time, Sandy ended up staying on FaceTime the whole time that Tasha was there. So while we cooking, while we eating, you know what I'm saying? Even if it was time to watch a movie, Sandy like set the phone up so I could see the movie with y'all. Like, it's just almost as if she was there. Mind y'all, Sandy live in a whole nother state. So at this point, they like distance BFFs or whatever. So, they keeping in touch, whatever like that. So keep that in mind. Me and Tasha live in the same city. Sandy lives across the world in another state. Cute. So we watching a movie. I pull my phone out. I start texting. All of a sudden, Sandy's like, Starting, who you texting? You better not be cheating on me. See, now she's starting to flirt back. So now it's just like, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, you know what? I would never cheat on you. What? You number one. Why would I ever mess with somebody else? You know what I'm saying? I'm just joking around. We just kept going back and forth. Even Tasha was like, can y'all be quiet? Like, I'm trying to watch the movie. Like, Sandy, I'm going to call you back, whatever the case. And even then, they said their goodbyes, whatever. Sandy get off the phone. I didn't think about Sandy too much after that, whatever. It was really nothing to me. I'm just like, it's fun talking to her. She has a good personality, whatever the case. But it was nothing that serious. It was nothing that deep. My friend Tasha was starting to fall asleep. She's like, look, I got a big test in the morning. You know, she was still in school or whatever. She was like, so I'm about to leave now. So I'm like, before you leave, let me ask you something. I got a question. So my friend Tasha, she like, yeah, you know, ask me anything. Like, what's up? She getting her stuff ready. You know what I'm saying? She about to go. I'm like, I don't know why, but I'm just curious. Like, do Sandy talk to anybody? And y'all, before I could get it out, Tasha just started rolling her eyes like, oh my gosh, Starion. No, I don't want to talk about Sandy. I told you, like, I don't really want that. And you know what I'm saying? I can see it from her point of view, because even sometimes, I don't like when my friends start to date each other, especially when they fall out. It can get messy. It'd be so much drama. I don't want to be in the middle of that. So I could kind of understand where Tasha was coming from. She's like, look, you're cool. You know what I'm saying? I've been knowing you for some years. I've been knowing Sandy for so long. Like, we literally, you know, went to preschool together. I just don't want that type of thing, you know what I'm saying, between y'all. So it's like she didn't even answer my question. She just like, look, okay, like, I understand y'all be flirting, y'all be playing. I have no problem with that, but I would rather her stay where she at and you stay where you at. Okay, friend? I said, okay, friend, but y'all know it's never really just okay like that. But I mean, at that moment, I'm like, you know what? Okay, cool. Because like I said, at this point in my life, I don't want my friends to start dating each other. It just be getting too much and I don't want to deal with that. Cute. Y'all, about a week later, Tasha calls me. Tasha's like, you know what's funny? I'm like, nah, tell me. She like, why was I on the phone with Sandy? You know what I'm saying? They talking about they have a trip coming up, stuff like that. And she was like, out of nowhere, she was like, I don't know why I can't stop thinking about Starion. Me? Little me? Oh, okay. So Tasha proceeds to tell me the conversation that her and Sandy was having. She was saying how, like, Sandy was saying that she wasn't really into girls, but for whatever reason, like, I be having her blushing. She hasn't felt butterflies in a long time. I'm giving her butterflies, this, and that. Like, she just kept talking. So Tasha's telling me play by play what's going on. Then she's like, hold on, this Sandy calling me right now. So I was like, look, put me on three-way. Like, I'm gonna put my phone on mute. Tasha was like, oh my God, like, y'all get on my nerves, but whatever. So she clicked me in on the line. I kid y'all not. As soon as Sandy got on the phone, she was like, Tasha. Tasha was like, what's up, friend? Sandy said, and I quote, verbatim, word for word, she was like, I don't know. I think I'm gay. Like, oh my, that's great. No, hello, how you doing? How was your day? That's the first thing she said once she got on that phone, y'all. So instantly, I could tell by the tone in Tasha's voice, Tasha was irritated. She's like, what? Why would you think that? Sandy says, well, I'm not gonna lie, like, I've been doing some lurking and I found Starion Instagram profile and I just be on her page. Like, I be lurking, like, from my spam account, this, and that. And I feel like, I don't know, I feel some type of way about this girl. Tasha's like, oh, please don't start that. Y'all only talk like, what, 2 or 3 times. It's not even like that. Y'all don't even know each other for real. Like, come on, don't do this. Sandy started laughing. She's like, oh my God, I know. It's just that I don't know. I just feel so interested in her. Like, is she so intriguing? Like, I love talking to her. I really be like laughing and she be having me blushing and all this and all that. She's like, I don't know what's going on, Tasha, but I think I like your friend. She was like, so basically I'm calling you to ask you to give me her number. Tasha instantly was like, you know what? I'm not giving her number out without her permission. So, like, let me call and ask her and then I'll call you back. Y'all, I almost wanted to unmute my phone and be like, yeah, go ahead. Go, give her my number. Y'all, Tasha hangs up from Sandy and calls me. And it's like, she's not even saying nothing on the phone. I'm like, hello. She's like, oh my God, I'm over here just shaking my head. Like, I'm trying to keep you away from her. Whole time I need to keep her away from you. Like, why are y'all doing this? So I tell her, like, Tasha, it's not that deep. You know what I'm saying? Like, she just asked for my number. It's not like we finna run off into the sunset and get married. Or are we? I'm like, look, just give her my number. Like, it's not even gonna be nothing that crazy. Like, you can trust me, friend. Plus, I already know how you feel about the situation. I have those same type of feelings. Like, I don't want my friends to be dating and all this other stuff. So, like, it's cool. I got you. She just cool. I like her personality. She make me laugh, too. Tasha's like, whatever. Both of y'all get on my nerves. Like, I'm about to send her your number. Good night. Not even 30 seconds passed by, y'all. And guess who on my line right here, right now? You guessed it. It's Sandy. And I'm very talkative. Like, I'm a yapper. She's very talkative. She's a yapper. So, of course, a couple of hours on the phone, turning into days on the phone, turning into weeks on the phone, y'all. We just talking it up. Y'all know how I be when you first start talking to somebody. You don't want to be getting off the phone. Y'all want to tell each other about everything. Y'all still getting a chance to know each other. So, y'all have so much to talk about. Those are the type of vibes that Sandy and I were on. It was getting so crazy to the point where, like, sometimes me and Sandy would be on the phone and Tasha would call Sandy and Sandy would tell me, like, look, Tasha calling me, but I'll just call her back later. And that's when I knew right there some stuff was starting to change. That's when I knew I'm just like, I don't think it's supposed to be like this. I would tell her like, nah, you know what I'm saying, go talk to her. You know what I'm saying, you can call me back later. I'm gonna go get in the shower or I'm gonna go get food. She's like, no, I'm talking to you right now. I'll call her back later. Even one time Tasha called me and she's like, you know, hey, I haven't talked to Sandy in like, 2 days or whatever. That's not like our norm because y'all, they talk all the time. They talk every day. She's like, have you been talking to her? And of course I lied because it's like, I kind of felt bad because I knew that Sandy wasn't talking to Sasha because she was talking to me. So I'm like, nah, I haven't really heard from her either. She's like, I don't know. That's not like her. I'm going to have to like really get in touch with her so I can check up on her. I hope she's not over there like depressed or sad or going through nothing because she always answers my calls. But lately, she ain't been responding to me. All right, time to take a pause. One of my favorite parts of the video. Time to see who really locked in, who really paying attention. If you made it this far in the video, drop your favorite flavor in the comments. Whether it's apple, cherry, banana, peach, mango, grape, lime, lemon. I want to know what's your favorite flavor. When it comes to something, what flavor are you picking? Strawberry, blackberry, any berry. Let me know right here, right now in the chat. As always, thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for liking. Thank y'all for supporting. Thank y'all for subscribing. And let's get back to the story time. So boom, bam. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I felt so bad. Once, like, hearing Tasha tell me, like, yeah, she hasn't really been answering my call. She's been avoiding me. Although I had been telling Sandy, like, look, you need to answer. You need to talk to her more. Sandy's on this type of time where, like, I only want to talk to you. I don't care who's calling me. Like, I avoid everybody. Like, I only want to talk to you. I felt like she was getting some sort of attachment towards me, and that wasn't cool. Now, mind you, anytime Tasha called me, I would tell her, like, look, let me call you back. I wasn't necessarily saying, like, hey, this Tasha calling, but I was just saying, like, oh, hold on, like, let me get this call. I'm going to call you right back. So I was still, you know what I'm saying, keeping my same regular degular with Tasha. I do know that they were friends first. They were friends way before me, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I just still didn't want to do Tasha like that because she was really a genuine good friend to me. But anyway, now remember I told y'all that when I first kind of knew about Sandy, they was planning a trip somewhere. Y'all, one day Sandy called me and was like, look, you probably gonna be mad at me, but I want to let you know something. I'm like, what's going on? She's like, well, me and Tasha had a trip planned, but all of a sudden I just don't want to go. Like, you're not going to be there. I'm going to be missing you so much. Like, my job, me and Sandy have not seen each other yet. We're distant. It's not like she can come home to me, give me a hug, nothing like that. I'm just like, what do you mean you're going to miss me? We're still going to be talking on the phone. But then she's like, but I don't want to talk too much around on the phone, like, you know what I'm saying, around Tasha, because she's going to suspect something. And that's when I realized, y'all, we was sneaking and geeking. Like, dang. Because, yeah, you know, y'all on a girls trip, it's just the two of y'all. It's not like, you know what I'm saying, you can, you know what I'm saying, divert her with her attention somewhere else. Like, it's just going to be you and her. She's going to find out. But at the same time, I really wanted Sandy to go on a trip because I'm like, you already been not talking to her. You've been avoiding her, not answering her calls, whatever the case may be. She's going to feel some type of way. Like, I already feel bad. So I'm not going to lie, y'all, that did kind of rub me the wrong way with Sandy because I'm like, this has been your best friend for many, many, many years. We've only been talking, you know what I'm saying, for like a month. It's not that deep that you just, you know what I'm saying, kick her to the curb just to sit on the phone at home and talk to me. I really wasn't feeling that. So the next day, Sandy calls me. She's like, hey, guess what? You know, she sounded all excited. And I was still feeling some type of way about how she just wanted to, you know what I'm saying, neglect Tasha. But I'm like, okay, what's up? She's like, well, I was finally able to talk Tasha into me coming down there. Like, I'm going to visit her, but low key, like, I'm really wanting to come in because I want to see you. This, and I'm just like, oh, and she's okay with that. She's like, yeah, actually, that's better. We was able to cancel stuff, get our money back. So yeah, I look forward to seeing you real soon. So I'm like, okay, I guess. But it's like the minute she said that, I had already got that bad gut feeling. But of course, just got to keep going. Just got to keep pushing. I guess I'm just like, well, all right, I guess I'll be seeing you soon. So here's where things start to get a little complicated. So boom, now it's my turn to go over to Tasha's house. You know what I'm saying? I brung food. Instead of cooking, I just brung food for us to eat. Okay, cool. We chilling. We playing Uno. If y'all know me, I love Uno. I'm not a spades player. Shout out to y'all, but that's not what you're going to get over here. It's Uno all day, every day. My phone is sitting face up to the point where, like, you can see my notifications coming through. You can see my text messages, whatever. So, of course, it wouldn't be right if right then at that very moment when I guess Tasha is just so happened to be looking at my screen, Sandy texted me and said, I miss you so much. Tasha immediately threw her cards down and kind of sat back and was like, wait, is that my Sandy? And I'm trying to throw her off. I'm like, yeah, but you know how we play. Like, come on. Like, we still just be doing that little flirting stuff. Like, I don't even think she and the girls for real, whatever the case may be. Y'all, I just really wasn't ready to reveal to Tasha that her friend was, you know what I'm saying, on that type of time with me. Even though, contrary to popular belief, I didn't feel, I mean, like, yeah, Sandy was cool, but I didn't feel like I was just, like, falling for her until... Hold on, I'm getting way too ahead of myself. So bottom line, y'all, Tasha wasn't feeling it. Tasha had her arms folded. She had her mug on. She's like, look, I keep telling you, like, you know, you're my friend. She's my friend. I don't want y'all to get that deep in it. I don't mind y'all being cool. I don't mind y'all being friends, but I don't want it to go any further than that, Starion. She was like, besides, I'm telling you, like, yes, she's beautiful. Yes, she's like, you know, good personality, but she's really not your type. Like, if only you knew. If only I knew what, Tasha? Tasha's like, you know what? I'm not even that type of person. It's not my business to tell. It's not my tea to spill. But I'm just saying, like, you just need to be very, very careful with her, okay? I hear what you're saying, but you're not really saying much. Like, you talking, but it's not making sense. I'm like, you know, go ahead and tell me. Go ahead and spill the tea. She's like, nah, I don't want to be that friend to, you know, tell you anything about her. I'm not going to tell her anything about you. That's for you guys to unravel. But I'm telling you, like, this is a fair warning. Please tread lightly when it comes to Sandy. Now, y'all, I know my friend Tasha. I know she just wouldn't say anything to be spiteful. Like, when Tasha speaks, it's the real and only the real. That's really another reason why she was one of my bestest friends, because it's like, even if you don't want to hear it, Tasha gonna say it. That whole little conversation about Sandy low-key ruined the mood, like, for the night. So I'm just telling Tasha, like, you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and head home. Like, I'm gonna hit you in the morning, y'all. We hugged, whatever like that. No hard feelings. I went home. The minute I walked through the door, Sandy started calling me like, oh my God, like I was waiting all day to hear your voice, this and that. Like I stayed up for you, this and that. And, you know, she's just kind of telling me about her day, whatever the case. So I asked Sandy like, hey, you know what I'm saying? I know we've been talking for a while or whatever the case may be. I just want to ask you this, like, is there something that you're not telling me, or is there something that I need to know? Now, like I told y'all, Sandy is one of the biggest yappers I know besides myself. Never has she ever been quiet on the phone, but y'all, it's just like, it got so quiet. I'm like, hello? Sandy, you hear me talking to you? After what felt like forever, she finally was just like, what do you mean? Like, why are you asking me this? I'm like, no, I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? I know we talk about a lot, but maybe it's always the stuff that you don't talk about that really needs to be talked about. So I just want to know, like, is there something that you feel like I genuinely just need to know right now? She's like, oh my God, like, you're scaring me. Like, did Tasha say anything about me? Like, I don't think she would be that type of friend, but like, were you guys discussing me? So yes, here comes another lie. I'm like, no, why would we be doing that? I'm just wondering, like, I'm just curious if maybe you left something out. I don't know, maybe there's something that you're not telling me. She's like, you literally know about my whole life. Like, I literally told you everything. You know more about me than even Tasha knows about me. So, like, no, I'm not leaving anything out. And again, y'all, I could tell that I was being lied to for the first time. I'm just like, dang, there definitely is something that she's hiding and she don't want me to know. I'm guessing that Sandy could feel that my mood has switched because she literally paused from whatever she was saying. I couldn't even tell you what she was saying. It's like I was drowning her out because I was still stuck on the fact like she's lying to me. She's like, oh my God, I don't know. Now I feel weird. I feel like you and Tasha have been discussing me because why else would you ask me that? And although she was right, I could not admit that to her because like I said, her and Tasha have been friends for so long. They have been locked in. And I definitely wasn't trying to say anything to come in between them. So I'm just like, you know what? Whatever. She's like, let's be serious. Just ask me anything and I will tell you. And it's like, I don't know what to ask you because I don't know what I need to know. Like, I'm not sure where to start, what subject, no nothing, because Tasha not saying anything. You're not saying anything either. So you can't just be like, oh, just ask me anything because I don't know what to ask. She's like, I'm not a bad person. I mean, I've made mistakes, you know, just as well as the next person is, but it's not to the point where it's just like you need to know anything about it. Like, you shouldn't be scared of me. Like, I'm not the type of person, y'all. She swore up and down, up and down. So, okay, cool. I just try to shake it off, whatever. We still talking. You know, it comes the weekend, and now Sandy is flying in to spend some time with Tasha and, you know, I guess separately with me. Cute. One thing I was very happy about is just like, yeah, maybe the vibes was kind of weird, like over the phone. But as soon as Tasha and Sandy got together in person, it's like they be together, they chill every day. All the vibes was good. They was happy. They was laughing. They was smiling. They was catching up on a lot of stuff. Like, it was just good vibes. I just didn't want it to be tense. Cute. Now, we sitting there having a good, jolly old time until now it's time to play Never Have I Ever. And let me tell y'all something. Anytime drinks is involved and the Never Have I Ever game come up, just stop what you're doing and don't. Just avoid it. Go to the bathroom. Leave the party. Leave the facility. Just don't do it. It's an accident waiting to happen. Not all cases, but sometimes more than none. It's just not a good look. But okay, I'm thinking like maybe just this is an opportunity for me to get to know Sandy even a little bit more better, because by the questions that her and Tasha asking each other, they definitely kind of like getting a little deep and low-key a little petty. I'm keeping it fun, like never have I ever farted in public. They like, oh, never have I ever went back to the same guy that did this to me when I was in high school. That's tea for me. So now, y'all, it's Tasha's turn to ask the question. So she's like, never have I ever went to jail. Nobody, you know, was drinking. Nobody was, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, oh, okay, cool. So I'm getting ready to ask my question. She's like, no, wait. She's like, never have I ever been to prison. Y'all, the look on Sandy's face when Tasha said, never have I ever been to prison was just kind of like, I can't believe you just said that. Like, why would you say that? She was mad, she was upset, and she was like full of shock. So I'm just like, wait, prison? Mind you, we done talked 400 days, 400 nights, and prison has never came up. Nothing even about her being arrested, nothing about her having a record, none of that. So of course, instantly, I'm wondering, what you go to prison for? What didn't happen? Like, That's past jail. You know, you got juvie, then you got jail, then you got prison, then you got the fast. What you go to prison for? Y'all, Sandy took a long swig of her drink and she was just kind of looking at Tasha, but you could tell like she was upset. Her leg got to shaking. And I'm just looking like, what is happening here? I thought, are we still playing a game? Is this still not fun? What's happening? Has things gotten serious? What's going on here? It's to the point where Sandy skipped me. Mind you, I was supposed to be asking the question next. The way we was going was like Sandy, Tasha, then me. Tasha just asked her question. It was up to me. But now Sandy has butted in and was like, okay, never have I ever had an abortion. Oh, wait a minute. Now, mind you, yes, Tasha has already told me about her having an abortion. It was a very traumatic life event that she had went through. I do not think that it was fair for Sandy to bring that up, but she did. And Tasha kind of looked at her like, what the, like, okay, like you're weird, whatever. But she took a sip of her drink too. So Tasha gets done drinking. She starts smiling. She's like, the crazy thing is, Starion already knows about that time period in my life. I've already shared that with her. But I could tell by the way she was looking at you, she don't know the reason why you went to prison. So would you care to discuss? Would you care to tell her why you went to prison? Like, why did you serve time? Oh, well, I guess, yeah. I mean, I do want to know, but I didn't want it to be, you know, I didn't want it to be like this. But, you know, it's kind of getting hot. Should I go out for some fresh air? Tools in the comments for part 2 ski. Drop them tools in the comments for part 2 ski. Tools in the comments for part 2 ski. Part 2 ski. Part 2 ski. Ski! Because I want to see where y'all minds at, where y'all heads at. Why do y'all think Sandy went to prison? What do y'all think she did? What did Sandy do to land her in prison with the big girls? This really just a prime example of when you go low, I'll go to hell.